my whole weight, everything, like crushed his arm, rolled it, and it was not good. He holds his little arm up to me, and when he holds it up, I can see splotches of what looked like skin pigment coming back into his arm. Hi, my name is Rachel, and I've been asked to tell a story about what God did just a few weeks ago with my little guy, Clay. He's 3, and he runs everywhere, and he was coming out of the child care worker home and was zooming up her walkway, and it's like a path. It's a walkway that's like stone, like concrete stone, pebbles. Anyway, yeah. So as this kind of goes around her house towards her driveway, and as he jets past me, he's running full speed as they do, at 3. And so he's running past me. He's got his backpack, and I'm like, thank you, and I'm running out past to try to catch up with him because I know he's running towards the street. So as soon as he turns the corner on this little walkway, her pathway, he steps on the strap of his backpack and just crashes. Lands hard on his arm, on the step, and just his little arm. And so he lands on there, and as soon as he steps on his strap, I catch up to him. And so as soon as I catch up to him, he stops. So I am now falling over him. I am I can't stop the momentum. I'm falling. My foot was already prepared to go onto the step, where his arm is. So my momentum, I just completely demolished the poor child, and my foot landed on his little arm, and my whole weight, everything, crushed his arm, rolled it, and it was not good. I knew it was not good, and he got up right away, just screaming, of course, holding his arm, and I look at it right away. I can see, within a millisecond, the arm began to turn red, shades of color. It was like a purple red. It was just between the wrist and the elbow, just demolished. And so I am oh my goodness, Lord, this is not gonna be good. This is not good. God, please, help, just inward thoughts, inward turmoil, and so I scoop him up, and as I'm walking to the car, which is not far away, I'm like, can I see your arm? He shows it to me again. It's beginning to swell here, where his wrist is. And I know it's not good. I know we're going to be going to the doctor, possibly the hospital, and so, I get him into his car seat. I'm strapping him in, and I'm like, bud, can I see your arm one more time? And he holds his little arm up to me, and when he holds it up, I can see splotches of what looked like skin pigment coming back into his arm. And it looked like it was coming, from the wrist down towards the elbow. And I close the door, and I'm like, God, are you doing something right now? Are you healing him? And so then I get really still with the Lord, and kind of in tune, with the Holy Spirit. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I just felt assured, just this assurance. And God reminded me of a previous accident I had had, and his protection over me in that time. And just the assurance I felt in that accident, he was the same assurance he was giving me then. And I felt just assured. It wasn't like this like soft peace or anything. It was an assurance. And so I was like, okay, you know? So I go around to my driver's car, you know, door. I open my door, I get in my car, in the seat, and I look back, you know, towards him, and I'm like, hey bud, you know, can I see your arm again? And by now he's grown still. He's not crying anymore. He's not screaming. He's not fussing, you know, he's just still. And so I'm like, can I see your arm? He holds up his arm, and the skin pigment had come through his entire arm. There was the red and the like purple, purplish red down here. Everything was like skin pigment color. And I was like, oh my goodness, like God, it's like God had healed his arm, and he didn't even have one bruise, like not even like one little like purple bruise, like nothing on his arm. And the gouges, he had gouges where his arm had rolled, you know, my whole weight was on his arm, and so my foot, you know, and had rolled on those pebble cement, like, and so the gouges that had created. And when he held his arm up and I asked to see it, it was as if God was making his arm whole right there in front of me. And I was in awe of God. I have never in my whole life, it's not been that long, no, in my whole life, I have never seen God heal anyone. I have never seen a miracle like that. I've never seen God do that before in my whole life. I was like, God, look at God, y'all. Look at God. He's so amazing. So that's all. Okay.